day 4, which was the very last day of the conferences. So that's what we started out with. We went down and sat in on one of the conference, and it was neat. They talked about, well, the audience, which was nothing but wheelchairs and parents with little babies that have SMA, and they let the audience ask questions, and then the panel answered. So it was good to see what they had to say. But we had to be out of the hotel by 11:30, I think. So we didn't stay for the whole conference. But we went upstairs and packed their stuff, and then we went to Disney Springs, which was a lot bigger than what I thought it was. I didn't realize it was like going to Disney without going to Disney. It was store after store after store, and extremely hot. Florida in June is hot, very hot. But it was fun. I didn't really find what I was looking for, but it was neat to experience. I did buy stuff, but it was fun to go see. When we have more time, I'd like to go back and go into more of the stores that we saw. So, enjoy that day, or that footage.
And I think you can do a really good job of explaining, this is why we're doing these things.
Yeah.
This is what the future could potentially look like if you decide to use the wheelchair more or to use the wheelchair less. But at the end of the day, I do respect and trust your decision.
I think what's hard is there isn't a hard line of like when you're 10 you get to do this. And I'm now kind of switching roles, speaking as a parent. I have a son with a disability, not SMA, and we had to look at going, hey, you're using a gait trainer is actually impeding your ability to reach other levels of independence. So we did remove it. But that was with my husband and I discussing with him, looking at him saying, do you want to walk? Okay, then this is what we have to do to reach those milestones. And then really heavily on our physical therapists and doctors and things like that as well. Kind of the whole team coming around the table and saying, hey, here's where we see, this is still needed, or hey, if we could remove this, this will be beneficial. So I think it's hard because there isn't a manual, there isn't, a hard age. I think it is just kind of looking at the whole scenario, bringing their voice into it, still being an advocate for them. But, is it that you're not wanting to allow them to use it? Like, what's that reason why too? Just because they really are fatigued, or is it because are they wanting it more than you feel like it's that, there's a lot that plays.
Right. I think it's a change, the switch to, what I'm seeing would be progression, and then fearful of like, am I adding to it? And because of a child mind, not understanding the need to fight, but at the same time, for me, I want to respect that there's a disease and the fatigue is real. So it's just a tough line. Yeah.
I'm going to speak to the OT-PT part, or the PT part. I wish parents very early on that I didn't need to go to PT anymore. And now as an adult, I lead the kids talk it out sessions, and I try not to get too preachy with them, but it is the one thing that I make sure to say every year to all the kids groups that I do is that I wish I would not have stopped PT, because my range of motion, my contractures, my bone density, all of that would have been so much more, so much better had I stayed in PT, and it's my biggest regret. And so this is that difficult. Man, it sucks to be an SMA mom at this moment, because
PT, you are going to probably have to make the decision to keep them in PT because
Waiting on the cart to take us home. You ready to go home?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Did you have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was neat, meeting all those other people.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Made some new friends.
Yep.
Yep. That was good.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it.
Me too.
We packed up, waiting on our cart. Gotta go home. Take one last view. We had a great room and a great view. I mean, look at that. The lights were so pretty at nighttime. We just sit out here and would look at the lights. Well, we didn't get to sit out too much. We've been busy. And we just had to go walk that way to get to Epcot, which wasn't bad. I wanted to ride one of those, but we never did get to. Maybe next time. But we sure did have a good trip. It was great seeing and meeting all the other people with SMA. Great trip. I think now we're going to load up and head to Shoney's because we don't have a Shoney's around our house anymore.
The way she flinches when he comes toward her, the way she has fear in her eye when he speaks, so she needs to jump out of her skin so nobody more. Of course I'm scared. This place is like not the same to me and Jonah. In the video, 40 years ago, when we started using the wheelchair.
If you've never been to Shoney's, you need to go. They don't have them everywhere, but if you ever see one, go try it. They've got really good breakfast. It's a bar, all you can eat. But get the chocolate cake with ice cream. You will thank me. We missed getting the sign on day one when we first got there. So when we were going to Disney Springs, I got Mama to record it. That's so cool.
Kathryn got to come to Disney Springs. It's just one store? Where's that? There's a donut shop. Okay. We are in Disney Springs. Having fun? Yeah. She's always wanted to come to Disney Springs. I may have to get her out of there pretty soon. She'll be wanting to spend all our money. That's okay? Why you think it's okay?
That's
It is? Okay. Yeah, we like it when the sun kind of fades away a minute. I see Stitch way over there. Look at all those Legos. This place is crazy too. Oh look, Elsa and Anna and Legos. I bet that would be neat to go see. All those Legos. That's pretty cool. I wonder how many it takes to do them. Look at them. Cool. That's a lot of Legos. That says World of Disney there. Do we go in right here? Huh? Yeah. We come out on the back side. Which is Stitch. Huh?
Yes? Wait.
You can barely see me, but I had to get a picture with the big Stitch on the store. It was right here. It's so big. I wonder how big it would be if you put it on the ground. Because up there it looks big. But it's still here. I would love to have that just in my front yard. It's too cute not to have. Let me look at it. It looks so big. How cute would that be, just sitting beside the house? I think it would be. And then I had just statues sitting out in front of the store. Cinderella and Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. And this is a restaurant. It comes in and picks you up, and then you can eat while you're floating around in the sky. I thought it was kind of cool, but I'm not sure if I would do it, because that would be kind of scary. And that's it. That was our trip to the CureSMA conference at Florida, and it was really a lot of fun. Yeah, it was nice being there in an environment where everybody understood what you were going through. It was everybody was so respectful to wheelchairs, which never happens. They knew what to expect, and it was really nice because SMA was the main topic of that whole visit, and it was like what are you dealing with, or what's your disability. It was just, what type of SMA did you have? But the thing I really liked about it was we asked, like, what type do you have? But we would compare a little bit, but we really just had normal conversations, like movies and music and video games and computers, just anything, just normal conversations. And yeah, that's what we really want. It's to just be treated normal. And that weekend, SMA was the normal. It was just SMA everywhere. So it was really nice. And the hotel, it was super nice. Everybody there was extremely friendly. And when we left, Mama asked if we needed to check out or anything. And I said, nope, you're all good. And she told them, thank you for the stay and stuff, for being so nice. And the lady there, she told Mama that everybody was a blessing to them too, that they got to learn so much about SMA. And yeah, that's really what these conferences are about. You know, spreading the news, not news, but you know what I'm trying to say, about SMA and getting it out there. You know, I told Mama the other day, they always say it's a rare disorder, but if you think about it, there's so many people who have SMA. It's really not that rare, but it's rare because no one talks about it. So having these conferences, it really gets the word out there that, hey, there's another disorder out there that people have, and it's SMA. You need to look at that more. But it was just a really good trip. And I'll put a picture in right here. You can see what I got. When we first got there, they gave us the orange bag, and it had goodies in it. And then at the tables that they had set up every day, they gave out like souvenirs and stuff. So we got those, and the book bag and stuff at Epcot, and the stuff in the hotel gift shop. So we got a good bit of stuff, and a good bit of it was free too. We only bought those few things. It was a really good weekend. It may have been hot, but it was still really good. So, and I made so many friends. It was just really good. And they were all so nice. And I've talked to them since. We're staying in touch. And I think that's about it. So, and I'm going to put these pictures in. It's the only pictures we took coming home, because we were so tired. It was a busy weekend, So we were all just give out. But we stopped at the rest stop one time and we saw this hamper that was Trump everywhere. So we thought it was pretty neat. Go Trump. But I think that's all I have to say for this video. I think that's all enough because this video is way longer than I thought it would be. I'm sorry. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. But I will see you next time. Bye. One more thing. My shoes were the highlight of the trip. Everybody asked me about my lights. And then they asked, are they real Crocs because they're platform? Yes, they're real. And the lights were really good. Everybody was amazed at how bright they were. And they're cute too. But they were the hit of the week here. Okay.